Oh man, are we already live? Live, live, live. Oh shoot! What's up, y'all? I didn't know it happened that quickly. Hang on, hang on. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the live. And I did this all wrong. Let me edit. What's up, Maxi boy? My neighbor is also playing music right now, which is really cool. And our relationship is not healthy enough for me to ask them to stop. Uh, um, okay, and then I'm live on YouTube. Oh, but see, this is the wrong link. That's what I thought would happen. That is exactly what I thought would happen. Well, you know what we'll do? We'll delete this one. Okay, and tell people go to this one. And now, this is the most boring live stream ever, bro. Hang on. Whatever. I can't edit on YouTube. It don't matter. What's up, y'all? I hope the audio is working. Now I got to go to another stream app because I didn't prepare. Okay, now let's make sure this audio is working. Okay, my audio works. Oh, wow. Okay, we're streaming. We're coming at you. What's up, everyone? This is going to be a kind of different stream because I finished a bunch of music. I finished all these pieces, and I thought that maybe we could just like go through them because it was a lot of work, and I'm still putting together my next thing. Um, Honestly, this is a great time if you guys like watch my stuff and are a musician and maybe want to play my music. Like DM me or something. Let's get talking about it because I have to get my 2025 together. I got a couple little projects I'm thinking about. I'm doing an orchestra piece. I'm doing like a beginning band piece, which will be kind of fun. So yeah, we will see what else comes our way, and I hope my neighbor's music isn't like wrecking this right now. But you know what? I'm gonna let it go because that's what I'm supposed to do. Okay, as usual, I'm on like a laptop, and uh, uh, I'm like looking at myself in my freaking things here. Here, I'll go to this one. No, we'll listen to Highbridge first. So, um, what was I talking about? So we're gonna look at some of these pieces, and I've got some celebration beverage here to celebrate appropriately. And let's see, what can I say about Highbridge? This is actually Highbridge. This is what it looks like. This is in Farmville, Virginia, and that's also where Longwood University is, where I wrote, or for whom I wrote this piece. Thank you, Loretta. Thank you, everyone. I've said thank you 1,000 times, but I'll keep saying thank you. It's awesome that I got this opportunity, and yeah, I don't know. I was thinking, let's maybe like look at it. What can I say about it? First of all, this is missing a page because it needs a program note and an instrumentation page. It's a common factor in my music at the this exact moment. I'm getting everything like ready for the website. I'm doing a big website overhaul right now that is going to culminate in some really clean scores getting all fixed up and put for sale so y'all can spend some money. We're going to get that going. Okay. I feel like I'm rushing things a little bit. What can I say? What can I do? Um, I don't think I'm allowed to do what I want to do right now on a live stream. So I'm going to keep moving forward. This is Highbridge. And how can I set this up? We're going to go here. What can I say? This is a string orchestra piece. It is it's meant to be easy but fun and nice and pretty. It's a grade 4, I've been told. So that's kind of cool. We're going to keep it at a grade 4, or claim it as a grade 4. And yeah, amen to that. Let me. I just realized one thing. Well, never mind. I got to do this real quick, actually. I lied. Okay. I'm so sorry. Okay, boom. We're good. Now, I'm going to hit play. High Bridge. This is the worst stream ever, man. I'm sorry. Here we go. High Bridge. Let's listen to it. I messed it up already. Here we go. I use a solo violin. But then he's playing there too. Whoops. I need to do single page. Boom. Yes. Whoops. The soloist when he did this was so good. I don't have the recording yet. Ah. Okay, hang on. I'm going to pause it between movements. Okay, sick. So that was movement 1. And when I first spoke with Loretta, she said that she had a really good cellist and a really good violinist. And so I was thinking, okay, if I'm writing, simple music, let's call it, for, an educational ensemble, let me go ahead and let me use the strengths that she has within the ensemble already. Actually, am I recording this? Oh, wait. Start recording. I'm the worst, man. Okay, I'm restarting this whole spiel. Okay. So when I first met with Loretta, she told me that she had a really good cello player and a really good violinist. And so in my mind, I'm like, if I'm gonna write simple music, right? Music that's grade 4 for educational ensembles, let me go ahead and lean on the strengths that she already has represented in her group so that maybe one person can play slightly harder music, right? This is kind of a mind trick that I'm trying to think. I don't know where I really learned it from. It's just something you really see it in like a concerto, right? Like I feel like a really fast violin concerto, you're probably not thinking about how easy or hard like the second trumpet part is, right? Because you're kind of focused on this crazy intense part in front of you. Anyway, so I was thinking maybe I would use that trick a couple times to draw the audience in on a musical idea that was a bit more complex. That way the group as a whole could still play, lower grade level, so to speak. And so yeah, that's what I went for with this piece, with this movement. We had this solo violin. We had him like face out towards the audience a little bit. I wish I remember your name, sir. You played it. He did a great job. He's a high school violinist from Richmond, and he did a great job. So yeah, that was the first move. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should say. I really came up with this opening melody literally like the day that Dr. Warner and I spoke about commissioning this piece. So it was like right, and I was in Virginia at the time, so it sort of I wanted the germ and the cell of this piece to be of like where it came from in Virginia. Okay. Oh, let's see. Okay, whatever. Let's go on. Rivets. Rivets. This one is no soloist. It's everyone tutti together playing it. And yeah, this one is about, as you can imagine, rivets, a nail gun, something like that. Oh, ow! I hurt my finger. I hit my finger. It hurt my finger. Okay. So yeah, that's movement two, rivets. Rivets. What is there to say? So this one I was thinking a lot. I wish my bar there it goes. It goes away. This one I was thinking a lot about, obviously featuring that repeated and it's it's kind of it reminded me really like immediately of metal because I grew up kind of listening and around a lot of metal music. My older brother was in a metal band. So like that sort of that sort of chuggy kind of thing. And I knew that it's not like the most complicated thing for strings. And then I went and asked Dr. Warner and made sure it's not the most complicated thing for strings to do. Um, and yeah, I don't know. It actually worked out really well in person. Everyone came together. Everyone did it at the same time, and it was all successful. This middle part was kind of fun. They always this is a Beethoven thing, and God, I cannot remember who said this about Beethoven. Too many people have said too much about Beethoven, probably, but um, he's my password for everything for a reason. Anyway, Beethoven. They always say, "Oh, what makes Beethoven so interesting is that he writes himself like into a corner, and then the interesting part is like how does he like unsolve the puzzle, solve the puzzle to get out of his little predicament that he's put himself in, right? And sometimes it does feel that way when you're composing in a very clear, obvious form. Like in this case, like the cellos do it. We have this obvious accompaniment. We have a repeated like 4-bar harmony, and then I introduce the viola, right? And that's like the only change that happens in this whole movement so far is that I, with the viola coming in, right? We've repeated our harmonic cycle. They do it again. So now at J, you're like, what happens? Because you've done this twice. You've basically done a vamp, right? And you have to make an actual like formal decision that is going to have bigger implications. Like that decision here at J really decides the structure of the whole piece, because right now we've lived in a structural A, right? An A being like, you don't know. I'm rambling. This is probably too much. Like in structural harmony, you divide like A B A. It's like poetry, like Shakespeare, A B B A, A B C A, whatever, however you want to do it. Um, so in that sense, we've been living in A until J, until this moment. So that was kind of fun, like playing around with some of these structural ideas, and like ultimately for me it was just a matter of addition, right? We've done just the cello, then we do cello viola, and now we do basically everyone, right? With the double bass being this sort of bounce off point, we move down the ensemble back up. We do that a couple times. And then yeah, and then we have this viola thing, and this is like our hook. This is our structural C. No, really our structural B on a bigger level. It's a B, and yeah, we stick with that viola theme. We do it again with like a planar action. I don't know. You heard the piece. I don't need to talk through it, but yeah, this one is really about form because it's tricky. It's not so simple to like put a movement like this together. You actually have to think about how to make something unexpected out of material that sets itself up, presents itself in a very regimented way. Okay, let us go to movement 3, suspension. This is the one I brought up at the beginning of the stream. They had a good cellist, so I was like, okay, good cellist. We can make use of that. So we have a cello solo. This one wasn't done. Only the first 2 movements were played because the orchestra kind of got cut in half because of all the snow days and snuff. I hope these kids don't have access to that kind of thing. Let us listen to movement 3. Sorry, I got paranoid. I was muted. I'm so sorry. I'm like on. It's like I'm on a Zoom call. I'm trying not to let this my neighbor's bass lines slip through here, but it might. Okay, movement three. What is there to say about movement three? All right. We mentioned the solo cello, which has his moment here. I wish I could tell you how it went in person. I guess I have to wait. This is yet unpremiered. This movement. But I think it would work. I'm a little concerned, frankly, about the Divisi and the strings, and I'm also seeing that I may be foolishly kind of I do it in both violin one and violin two. So it's sort of it. I can see why it's a struggle because you need kind of an equal size violin section, and maybe I should revise it to have these Divisi notes up here with violin one. I think I probably should. Oh, whoops. Okay, don't do that. And let's see. Yeah, it moves along. It's meant to be flowy. I use the idea of the suspension, both. It's a double meaning. I don't know if that's really an entendre because I'm not French, but maybe it could be. I think it's more like just a straight up, a double meaning. Uh, Suspension being a suspension bridge, but also a musical suspension, a 3/4, a 2/1, whatever suspension you want to call it. So I do a little bit of that, although really within a cluster chord, you have like three suspensions at once, right? So I get around it by using a lot of cluster chords. I'll put it that way. Yeah, yeah, it's a pretty straight ahead movement. This ending is nice. This move to 6/8, just to give this sort of. I wanted it to feel a bit timeless because especially at the end at this P, we really feel heavily in 4/4, and I think it could really kind of start kind of plodding along plodd plodding along, a little bit heavy. So I think the 6/8 kind of gives us some gooiness that we can kind of loosen that time somewhat. Oh, and I see I did the Divisi and the correct violin this time. So yeah, I need to go back and edit this a bit. Cool. Okay, that's a pretty simple movement. Transit. Oh my gosh. Transit is the one I was like really worried about because this one, it's the same music that gets sped up each time. And the goal is that it ends like really crazy and fun and almost like a really fast like bluegrass tune. That's what I was imagining. Okay. Here we go. Okay. That one gets me going. Hopefully that didn't mess anything up. Don't use. Stop. Y'all still hear me, right? Okay. Y'all still hear the music? Okay. Sorry. That probably scared y'all. My bad, my bad. Okay. Here we go. This next one, Harmony Vortex. Harmony Vortex. Wow. Okay, anyway, wait. We didn't finish up. High Bridge. High Bridge. I'm rushing ahead. I gotta feed my dog. High Bridge. This is a y'all heard it. It's like I said, it's the same theme getting repeated, boom, 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 faster and faster until it's just craziness. A lot of energy. It doesn't come through like at all in the MIDI, not even remotely. Like this is something we need to experience live. So hopefully that's going to happen. I think Dr. Warner said she's doing it on the spring concert. So spring concert time, we'll get a bit of that. And that's High Bridge, yeah. So a grade 4, about 10 minutes. Pretty good size, grade 4, I think. And hopefully we'll get some performances out of this. I'm going to be shopping it around. And yeah, hopefully it's useful to people. That's what I wanted, as a piece that like could be broken up, and you only do this movement, only do the first, because it's kind of a concert opener sort of sound, or the closer transit. You can do any part of it really. That was the hope. Okay, now we move on. Harmony Vortex. Harmony Vortex was the big concert opener. This was the piece that they played. Kingmaker they didn't play it. This has been premiered officially now. If you were there, thank you. You may have played this piece, which is crazy. Here is what it looks like. This is a big score, but only not too many pages. So, okay. I feel like I should hit play on this. It started, yeah, I want to hit play. Man, the score looks nice when it's all like this, doesn't it? I forget what scores look like when I do them. Okay. That's you guys. Hang on. I need to go here. And it's going to start. It'll surprise us. Here we go. Starts down here. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, I keep losing my page. There we go. Oh my god. Boom. Let me tell you, if there is one thing that I learned writing this piece is that it is way harder than it sounds. Oh boy, and that's a good lesson to learn. Let me tell you, that is such a good lesson to learn as a composer, and I've learned it maybe a couple too many times. Maybe I should actually remember this lesson and not write music that's too hard, but we got through it. The way we got through it was Vincent, my man Vincent, came in with the cowbell, with the woodblock, throughout the whole piece. We basically turned it into something. If you know John Adams, Short Ride in a Fast Machine, we basically turned it into that. Just constant woodblock throughout the whole thing. It kept the whole band in tempo. The notes were pretty close. But this was a band that was it was put together with everyone. They were supposed to have an upper band and a lower band, ninth and eighth grade, whatever it is, 10th, 11th, 12th, 11th, 12th. I don't know how it works. Well, I don't know what, I don't know, high school. But anyway, they had to form a band that was with everyone. And I think that caused some issues, but it wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, at the end of the day, we all had a good time. The piece made it beginning to end. We hit that double bar. The ending in the performance was one of the best times I'd heard it. So it ended really strong, which is an important part. Everyone clapped, and yeah, it came together. This has a lot of big textures in it, and counting is a big tricky thing, and I knew it would be when I was writing the piece. But yeah, like as a wind player, you're sitting here on clarinet 2 trying to catch this. It can be tricky. It's not like the simplest thing in the world to do. So yeah, but we came together, and ultimately, like I said, it was a really solid performance. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I had a great time just being there in rehearsal, just seeing them do it, being on stage and like helping them, work through it, and trying to kind of psychology my way in and see, what are they thinking, what are they hearing that maybe is throwing them off, that kind of thing. It was a lot of fun, a big learning experience. Okay, my dog is like looking at me mean, so I'm gonna get to the last piece now. Kingmaker. Kingmaker was too hard. They couldn't do it because it was, like I said, they had to combine that upper and lower band idea. So they ended up having to cut Kingmaker, which isn't that big of a deal, but they are going to be doing it. The actual official Longwood University band will be playing it later in the year. So yeah, Kingmaker. I'm not going to stop after each variation. That'd be too much. Maybe before I play it, I'll just talk about it. You can watch, honestly, guys, go back through my videos for like all of last fall, and you'll be seeing a ton of Kingmaker, especially like the Prince movement. I was doing so much in that one and live streamed a lot of that. But basically, this piece is really hard, really big. It's another 10-minute. This is like a grade 5. Big percussion section. This percussion took me a lifetime to do this percussion. So I really hope they do it so I can see if it works, because I need to know. Let's see, what else is there to say? It was really big. So there's variations. The central idea of this piece is that this opening melody played by the alto sax, which is a theme, is named. It's Oracle in the Mist. And what I wanted to do was have a theme and variations, but with each theme has a title that gives the audience a program and a narrative, a story. And that story kind of makes the theme have a reason for being there. So in this case, the theme is like kind of a main character growing and developing from a prince to a king. That's the best way I can put it. It's a little trippy, but I think actually in practice it makes a lot of sense. Like, music happens in time in a linear fashion, right? You need a beginning, middle, and end. You can have twists and shocks and twists and turns. along the way, and mysteries and surprise, all that stuff. The same thing a story can do, a piece of music can do, because they both work. They don't work like a painting. When you walk up to a painting, it's like there, and you can spend more time with it or less time with it, but essentially you get it when you get it, right? Stories don't work that way. Music doesn't work that way. It's like time based. And so you can kind of think about that and play with time, play with structure and manipulation and that kind of thing. My chair just shook, freaked me out a little bit. If y'all see anything behind me, I'm not looking at chat, so I won't know. Okay, Kingmaker. Let's get this one going. This is another longie, but we'll wrap up after this. Let me get right to the start. Okay, boom, Kingmaker. Whoops, Kingmaker. I'm gonna mute myself. Nah, I won't. Maybe I'll say something interesting. Lost Princess found. I had to use marching band percussion there, sounds, but it's orchestral toms. Castle on the Mount. Requiem for the Ancient King, epic titles. The villain strikes. Those horns are gonna be so sick. Triumph! Boom. All right. That was Kingmaker, man. What is there to say? Big piece. Hopefully you got a sense of like that variation structure. You know, we end triumphant coronation, baby, putting it on them. I don't know. But you know, it's a big piece. I was definitely thinking a lot about just a lot about honestly like children's literature, writing music that is gonna be, you know, played generally by that age range. I mean, some colleges, you know, might do it, but both of Harmony Vortex and Kingmaker were written specifically for for teenagers, and so I don't know, thinking about what works, what doesn't work, how much abstraction is good, how much does it detract. This piece isn't abstract at all. It's a programmatic, in many ways, very, I don't want to say traditional band piece, but like kind of, not something you wouldn't expect in a band. So, um, yeah, the way I think of this piece is the way I think of Kingmaker, really. This is the band piece I always wanted to write and I always wanted to play. So it's kind of like my band, I don't want to say magnum opus, but it's like this is that piece for me. Whereas Harmony Vortex was more of like that abstract, more of an artistic, I would say, take on it. Artistic, artistry is in so many different forms. That's why I was saying, like, when you think about young, like, think about Harry Potter, right? Like, how does Harry Potter stand up to the fantasy genre? How does, like, Alex Rider, which is a really popular, or well, at least it was when I was in school, a popular like kid spy novel. How does that hold up to like the mystery genre or that spy genre or whatever? I don't know. It's a bigger question. Is like, is it that kids get bad art, or is it that art for kids is different? That's a big one. It's such a big question. Like, I like this piece a lot though. Like, I like both pieces. I'm not saying like I wrote bad music for the group. It's just it's interesting to see the differences. And also I think like if you were a Kingmaker for like a New York new music ensemble, it would be a bad piece. Like 100% don't write that piece. But in a different context it works. So yeah, I don't know. It's something to think about. I think it's something that like a cynical composer would probably get a little judgy and snide about, but it's actually like kind of a deep question about the kind of art you consume in your youth versus as an adult. How does that have an impact on you, and how do you have a relationship with that? So I don't know. It's something I thought about a lot writing both of these pieces. Wow. Well, thank you guys so much for checking it out. I'm gonna feed my dog and vibe, but I wrote some music. I wrote three pieces, just in like 2 months. And the fourth piece is actually getting premiered this Friday, so we'll do another celebration for that one. That's a big piece, 15 minutes, 16 a 15-minute song cycle. It's big. So yeah, a lot of composing happened last year. Some big exciting stuff in the works this year, and I'm streaming it all along the way, y'all. Okay, let me get out of here. I'm feeling loopy and my ears hurt. I gotta come up with a new look. Okay, where do I want to end it? I'll end it right here, I guess. No, I'll end it from Restream. How does Restream look? Restream is all messed up. Well, hopefully it didn't mess up for you guys. All right.